Alright, hi, I'm Shane Alessio and I'm at G4 Guitar Schools in St. Albans, and I'm going to show you how to play Sunshine of Your Love, recorded in 1967 by Cream. If you haven't listened to the recording, stop this video right now and go check it out. If you have listened to the recording, listen to it like another 100 times. It's good. Get it in your head. So, we're going to do two versions, one easy version and one harder version. The easy version will sound like the song, and you'll be able to play along with it and show your friends and all that stuff, but it's not quite everything that's on the recording, whereas the harder version will be a little closer to what's happening on the recording. So the easy version is suitable for senior level 2 and above, or junior level 4 and above. Although if you're really ambitious and you're not up to one of those levels yet, you can still give it a try. The harder version will be for senior level 5 or junior level 7, meaning that there are bar chords in there that are at those levels. So let's give it a go. Start off here on the 12th fret of the D string. So this is just a D blues scale, and they're just going down the blues scale pretty much. So I'm going to call out the finger numbers. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4. Third finger on the 12th fret of the D string, that's a D, and sticking to one finger per fret, you've got 3, 3, 1, 3. So that's D, D, C, D. Right, third finger on the 12th fret, first finger on the 10th fret. So here's how you should practice it. And by the way, if you haven't already, pick up your guitar and play along. Just do that over and over again in a loop like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And do that as many times as you need to until you feel like you really got it. Now the next bit, go to the A string, again starting on the 12th fret, 3, 2, 1. That's A flat, G. Third finger on the 12th fret, second finger on the 11th fret, first finger on the 10th fret. So all together, so far it sounds like this. Now once again, just practice that in a loop. 2, 3, 4. And just keep doing that over and over again. When you got it, go on to the next bit, which is... So there's two different ways to do this. I like to do first finger on the 10th fret, fourth finger on the 13th fret, that's D, F, D. Now I've watched videos of Eric Clapton doing this, and he actually shifts down 2 frets, third finger on D, which is the 10th fret, first finger on the 8th fret, that's F. Okay. So that's E string, A string, E string. Okay. So this is version 1. Version 2. I like the first way because you don't have to shift, but you know, who am I to argue with Eric Clapton? You can do it his way too. So the next bit of the song, so you do that for a while, the next bit of the song goes to the 4 chord. If you were betting on what chord was next, the 4 chord would have the highest odds. So it's right, D, E, F, G. G is the 4 chord, and on your guitar that just means you're doing the same thing on the next string. So starting on a G string, So you're using the same fingers, same frets. The notes are different, but the same exact shape. This is the shift version. Okay. Same exact thing. So you do 4 times on D, twice on G, twice on D. And that's the form once the lyrics start. When you're playing along to the recording, just use your ears, listen for when it changes, you'll hear it. Now, on to the chorus. Now, by the way, I'm kind of going through this quickly, but what you need to do is make sure you can do each part so far, round and round and round again before you move on to the next part. So, the next bit, we're going to use open chords because that's what you'll be most comfortable with if you're just starting out. And those are A, C, and G. Okay? Now you don't need to really emphasize the whole guitar, like it's kind of overkill. In this song you can just emphasize the lower strings, meaning the thicker strings. That gives it that beefier sound. So here's the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's it. That's the whole song. There is a guitar solo. We're not going to cover that today, but you now have the capability, if you've practiced those bits round and round again, to play along with the recording, and you should do so like at least 100 times. So let's go through the whole form once. And again, this is the form as if the lyrics were just coming in. So here we go, starting from the riff, and I'll guide you through it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the 4 chord, go to the G string. Back to the 1 chord, D string. Chorus. A, C, G. Go. And that's it. And then you just use your ears, listen to the song, and hear which parts go where. You can also, in place of that A, do an A7, if you're okay with that. Sounds a bit bluesier. Now those aren't really real voicings for the song, but they'll get you by. So now for the hard version. It's the same thing, the same format, the same layout, the same everything, except you're doing it with chords. And these are some hard chords. They're bar chords, dominant 7 chords, and major chords. So if you haven't started working on those, don't despair. If you can't do it straight away, it's going to take a little while. Now, instead of, you've got okay, so I'll show you how to do that. We're doing D7. Now it's an E7 shape, but as a bar chord, which in your book I think is listed as F7, and you do the same exact shape, but starting on the root on the D, 10th fret of the E string. Now I'm not strumming all the strings, because the lead note here is F sharp, so just strumming down the D string. So this is called these are called parallel chords. When you do D7 and C7, you just keep your fingers in the same exact shape and move down 2 frets. Whoops. Okay. Then the next 3 notes are just as if you were doing the single note riff. So far we've got. And just as with the easier version, do this over and over again until you got it down cold. Then try the next bit. Whoops. So that's a G chord, just using the middle 4 strings. It's the A shape, right? And it's written in your book as B, as the bar chord. But you can do it starting on G, 10th fret of the A string. So you do a quick little G chord, then first finger on F, that's the 10th fret of the G string. Third finger on D, that's the 12th fret of the D string. So if you get a little stuck on any of these fingerings, just rewind the video and listen to it again and do it as many times as you need to. So far, we've got. And you keep doing that over and over again. Now, when you go to the 4 chord, you just do a G chord, the same G chord we just did, and do parallel chords with F. G, G, F, G. Keep the same shape in your fingers. Don't even really move your fingers except for shifting down 2 frets. And the rest of it is just as if you were doing the single note line. Back to D. Okay, moving on to the chorus. Okay. So I'm going to split this even into 2 more different levels. You can do just the power chords. A5, C5, G5. Right? So that's 5th fret of the E string and 7th fret of the A string. That's an A5. C5, 3rd fret of the A string, 5th fret of the D string, that's C5. G5, 3rd fret of the E string, 5th fret of the A string, that's G5. So we've got A, C, G. Right? To spice it up a bit, you can do A7, same voicing as we did with this, but starting on A. Again, not doing the whole thing, not overdoing it, just the lower strings. And then C, same shape as the G chord we did earlier, but starting on C. And then G, which is an E shape, but starting on G, bar chord. So it's like this. All right, so you'll hear the single note line and the chords throughout the recording. Just use your ears and see which one goes where. Now let's play that, the advanced version, all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the 4 chord, G. Back to D, the 1 chord. Here's the chorus. Oops. And that's how you play Sunshine of Your Love. Happy practicing.